For most of human history, humans had no idea what time it was. Not vaguely, not approximately, literally no idea. There were no clocks, no watches, no countdowns, no calendars hanging on kitchen walls, no alarms dragging people awake at 6 a.m. For almost all of human existence, there was only light and darkness. The sun rose, the sun moved, the sun disappeared. And that was enough. But today, your entire life is ruled by invisible numbers. Wake up at 7, leave by 8, meeting at 10, lunch at 1, reply before Friday, pay rent before the 1st, be successful before 30. Modern humans don't just live in time, we obey it. And the strangest part is this: time itself is not real in the way you think it is. You cannot touch 5 minutes. You cannot hold an hour in your hands. A week does not exist anywhere in nature. No animal on Earth knows what Monday is. Time is a system humans invented, and then accidentally became trapped inside. To understand how that happened, we have to go back to a world before clocks existed, a world where humans lived by something far older: the sky. For early humans, time wasn't abstract, it was physical. Morning was when the temperature rose enough to move. Midday was when the heat became dangerous. Night was when predators owned the world. Your ancestors didn't say, "I'll meet you at 3 p.m." They said, "When the sun reaches the tall tree," or "after the rains," or "when the moon becomes full again." Time was tied to nature because nature was the only clock anyone had. And honestly, it worked surprisingly well. Hunter-gatherer tribes living today still experience time very differently from industrial societies. Anthropologists studying the Hadza people of Tanzania found that they rarely schedule activities far in advance. People wake up when they wake up. They hunt when conditions are good. They sleep when they are tired. And here's the strange part. Despite having no clocks, no calendars, and no deadlines, many hunter-gatherer societies work fewer hours than modern office workers. Think about that. A species that invented skyscrapers, artificial intelligence, and global financial systems somehow became more stressed about time than people living in the wilderness. But humans didn't invent clocks immediately. First, we invented agriculture. Around 12,000 years ago, something changed. Instead of following food, humans started growing it. And farming introduced a terrifying new problem: seasons. Plant too early, the frost kills the crops. Plant too late, winter arrives before harvest. For the first time in history, survival depended on precise timing. Agriculture forced humans to become obsessed with the future. The first calendars appeared in ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt. People tracked moon cycles, flood seasons, star positions. The sky became mathematics. But even then, time still belonged mostly to nature. That changed with cities. Because cities created something humanity had never experienced before: synchronization. Thousands of strangers suddenly had to cooperate inside the same physical space. Markets had to open together. Workers had to arrive together. Religious ceremonies had to happen together. Civilization needed coordination, and coordination needed clocks. The earliest mechanical clocks appeared in Europe around the 13th century. Most people couldn't even see them directly. They were mounted high on church towers. But every hour, the bells rang. And slowly, something invisible began restructuring human life. Before clocks, people experienced time. After clocks, people measured it. That sounds small. It wasn't. For thousands of years, humans worked until the work was done. Now, they worked until the clock said stop. Time became detachable from reality itself. A farmer harvesting wheat could look at the sky and know when to rest. A factory worker inside a windowless building could not. And then came the Industrial Revolution. This is the moment everything changed. Factories did not care about sunlight. Machines could run day and night. And machines were expensive. Every second a machine sat idle meant lost money. For the first time in history, human beings were forced to move at the speed of machines. Workers were fined for being late by minutes. Children worked according to whistles and bells. Entire cities synchronized themselves around factory schedules. Modern time discipline was born, and your brain was never built for it. For 300,000 years, humans evolved in environments where time was fluid. Now, suddenly every minute carried economic value. Time is money. That phrase would have sounded insane to your ancestors. How can time be money? Time was seasons, rain, sunlight, migration, life itself. But modern civilization transformed time into a commodity, something you could spend, waste, save, lose. And once humans learned to measure time precisely, something strange happened. We started running out of it. Look at modern language. Killing time, wasting time, running out of time, saving time. We speak about time like it is escaping from us, and psychologically, it is crushing us. Researchers have found that modern humans experience time pressure at historically unprecedented levels. Even during rest, people often feel guilty for not being productive. Your phone makes this even worse. Every notification, every calendar alert, every deadline, every unread message. Tiny fragments of urgency constantly attacking your nervous system. Your ancestors experienced stress too, extreme stress, but their stress usually ended when the danger ended.